now listen. Every so often, you meet someone who makes you feel like you should be doing a little more with your life. You know, like maybe you should stop watching reruns of Knight Rider and the A-Team and start welding things instead. Our next guest is that someone. His name is Joe Ferguson, and he's 95-year-old sculptor, artist, and Weston legend. Not only is he still working, still creating, still shaping giant pieces of glass and metal into things that people stop and say, huh, I feel something. He's also doing it with more grace and vision than people half his age. His artwork lives in front yards, in gardens, in public spaces. You may have passed one of his pieces today without even realizing you're walking past a bit of Weston soul. He's thoughtful, humble, and has a YouTube channel, which already puts him 3 steps ahead of me technologically. Honestly, I'm not even sure Joe's aging. He just might be sculpting time. Please welcome the man who proves that creativity never retires, Weston's own master of metal, emotion, and mystery, Joe Ferguson.
I think that's some other person you're talking about. Who is that?
This is you, Joe. This is you, Joe. So, you're a Weston artist. Tell us, we're running behind. I got so many people that are wanting to get on the show here. Tell us, who are you? What do you do in a minute?
I do.
You got to talk into the microphone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I've been doing sculpture, mostly stained glass and metals, all my life.
Yeah?
I'm doing videos now. I have 41 videos on YouTube. Yeah, I'd recommend YouTube videos. Everybody should be on the YouTube there.
Everybody?
Everybody, children, mostly old people, because you could do an autobiography on the darn thing, and 100 million people will be watching it, and so it's not boring to review your life and see what it was all about.
So you've been doing this art thing for a long time. So, and I hope you don't mind I'm telling people, you're 95.
Right.
Would you say you're just getting started?
No, I'm running down. I wish I could say that, but mentally I kind of am running along at pretty good speed, but every once in a while I have the opportunity to sit out on my front porch and look at the flowers out there growing, and that's very attractive.
So, Joe, you work in abstract forms. Does that mean that sculptures are meant to mean nothing, or are they supposed to mean everything, and the real art is just people pretending to understand them?
A little bit of everything you said, but I think that what's most important about a work of art is that it has a presence, it has a personality. I've done a series of heads, with eyes and nose and mouth and hair and all that, and as I do it in glass and wire, at a certain point sometimes it starts to talk back to me. And in a way it has a life of its own. If it doesn't do that, then of course I have to cut my losses and start over again.
So I mentioned before, your artwork is like all over this town. It's in front of municipal buildings, it's inside the library. Would you say Weston is now technically your personal outdoor gallery? And are we all just guests living inside of your exhibition?
You sound like Donald Trump.
I hope not.
No, I've lived here for 50 years, and over that time I've put a few things around the town. I feel I'd like to see more art in the town. I'd like to see more art everywhere, because and even in the classes, I have classes on Saturday. They're mostly older people that are retired, and they're doing wonderful artwork. And I feel that somehow people are deprived of that aspect of their nature, that they work too much with what they know, and they want to learn things so they know a lot. But there's a lot to be learned that can be learned through our dreams and imagination and our creative impulses. And I think they're smothered in knowledge sometimes that children, I think, would be nice to be exposed to more impulse to be creative and to try things that they dream about or they would like to do. And they'll come up with all sorts of things that don't exist now.
Okay. You're talking about a lot of big words here, Joe. I don't want to get confused, but I want to ask you, talk about, there's all this creativity. It makes me think about, how, there's all these people like half your age with twice your free time, doing exactly none of the things that you're doing. How do you feel about that?
Sad. No, the ones that come to my workshop, they're all retired, and they do some really. I have one fellow who's a retired surgeon, and he's 92. I call him Junior now, but he's done some really remarkable sculpture, and he could have had a career in the sculpture, but he chose to be a doctor, and of course that was a more profitable life in a way, because the artsy life is not very lucrative till you die.
Oh. So, Joe, I got one last question for you. It's a really fast, simple question.
Sure.
All right, piece of cake. So you're 95. You've lived through wars, art movements, multiple popes, and probably at least 3 different versions of yogurt. What is the secret to life?
Oh gosh.
You got like
I never
10
even
seconds.
thought about that. Well, I think love is essential. To be loving, I think, is if you're fortunate to find another person to love you and that you can focus your love on, I think that's the key to life. Without that, without love, I think it's a pretty barren thing.
Yes.
That's it.
Those are wise words, Joe. All right, I think that's about all the time we have for questions, but do not go anywhere because every guest on the Retro Pop-Up Show gets to pick a raffle prize. This is the most important thing here. Every prize here is a banger, all right? So pick something out here. All right.
Okay.
I'll hold that for you if you need to.
Yeah.
What does it say?
Dale's Sonic Boom Mix CD.
Oh my God, Joe, you won the mother load. Here, hold this. I'll take this back.
Okay.
This is like my DNA.
A new Ferrari.
No, sorry, no new Ferraris, but
Rolls.
I hope you have a CD player. You can put this in your computer too. This is Dale's Sonic Boom. Back here is the track list.
Oh,
all right.
wow.
These are 80s, early 90s bangers. All right. You got Kenny Loggins, Danger Zone. Oh my God. Oh, so hold on here. I got like a little bit here. Van Halen, Panama. You big Van Halen fan?
Never heard of
Oh,
him.
never heard. Oh my God.
I don't
Motley
know.
Crue, Kickstarter. They get the theme from Moonlighting on here. It's a big variety. It's not all just like hair metal and stuff like that. It's a big variety.
I like classical music.
Right. Well, this is going to expand your horizons, blow your mind wide open. Okay. You put this on in the car. Put the top down. I know you got a car there, but you put the top down, blow the hair back. All right. Get out on the Mass Pike. Got to go at least 85 miles an hour listening to this. Right. It's going to change your life.
Into a brick wall.
Well, find a straightaway. All right, and just open it up. Open it up. You can't go less than 85 listening to that.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
This is like you won like the grand prize.
I am overwhelmed.
All right. This is like I am so honored that you won this one because it's my favorite prize of all of them. So
Thank you.
Yeah.
I can't thank you enough.
Okay. Thank you, Joe.
Okay.